Beavs, what is the fan base attitude towards Jonathan Smith? Now, I remember, because I believe the Ohio State game was his first game when we
I think
put a
so, yeah.
song on him. And I remember then, because I still watch that game every once in a while, I remember then that the fan base, from what they were saying on TV at least, was pretty good towards Jonathan Smith. And he did play for them. So for his sake, that does help.
Yeah, he is fan favorite, awesome, fantastic. Has beaten Oregon twice already since he's been there. Once was the COVID year, and then once was that crazy game a year ago. But in the eyes of Oregon State fans, it does not matter, and they love this guy. They should love this guy because he is theirs. He is a homegrown, player to coach of sorts, and he's a really good football coach. And he is very well respected in the country, or across the country rather, amongst big time college football coaches. Like, everybody respects the job that he does. I'm an Oregon fan. Obviously, I want to beat the Beavs every single year, but Jonathan Smith is a really good football coach, and he's so perfect for Oregon State. Like, they love him. They're enamored with him. That they will not ask him to leave until. It's like the inverse of, you're going to have to drag me away kicking and screaming, right? Like, you would have to do something so terrible for them to say, I don't want Jonathan Smith to be our head coach anymore. But when you look at what he's done, he's just done a slow, steady, methodical build. It's very old school, but it has to be at Oregon State. Until DJ Uiagalelei transferred in, you're not getting big-time transfers. You're not getting big-time recruits. It's slow, it's steady, it's development, it's coaching, and you just look at what they did in the full seasons that they played. I discount COVID because, I hear people all the time say, like, oh, Oregon went to 3 straight Pac-12 championship games. I'm like, okay, let's calm down. We went to 2 in a row. We went to 2 in a row, and then we appeared in another one. We were chosen, anyway. So all that was weird. And so when you look at what Oregon State did, he takes over a 1-11 team. It's a dumpster fire. It was a dumpster fire in Corvallis at Oregon State. You don't have a recruiting hub. You don't have a rich program tradition of winning at a high level. You've never been to a conference championship game. Nothing. And he won 2 games his first year. And then he won 5. Well, that was better. And then he won 7. And then this past year he won 10. And they hadn't done that since 2006. And it's just a testament to him understanding what is required to win at Oregon State, believing in his vision, and knowing that it's not going to take 1 year. It's not a USC reboot. It's not a Washington reboot. You don't have inherent level of talent on the roster, and it just needs the right coaching. No, this is going to take time, much like what Stanford has right now, as we were talking about yesterday. That is going to be the same sort of thing because of the college football world that we are in. The build can happen, but it has to be allowed to happen. And Oregon State has not been in a hurry. Their fans are very passionate, but also very, I've found, and I know a lot of them, so I have a lot of friends who are Oregon State fans, they're very cerebral about what it takes to win. None of them expected, we got to have a winning season, but you never heard anywhere. And Oregon State fans deserve credit for this because there are some places that have fans that have unrealistic expectations. I never heard Oregon State fans saying, we expect to be winning by year 2, over 500, and we expect to be contending for a conference title in year 3. Never. They're just in the mindset of, we just want to get better. We just want growth. We just want to take a step. And their first year, 2 wins, that was a step forward. 5 wins, that was a step forward. 7 wins, that is just step after step after step, and give it time. And now they're here, and they're a legitimate conference title contender in 2023 with perhaps the most favorable schedule, along with UCLA, of any of the teams that are seen as capable